Hi everyone, my name is Gianpaolo D'Attena. If you have watched my previous video, you know already my story, and I beg you to watch them if you didn't, because now I can't repeat all my story completely, even though I certainly will say something to make sense about what I am going to do. First of all, I would start by asking you to be kind to me, being that my English is all but perfect, as I am still learning it, and but I need to speak in English because my story, what I am going to say, involves all the world. And this is astonishing, because I am a absolutely normal person. Okay, that said, I will say I am a human guinea pig, a forced one. What happened is that because some strange thing that apparently can happen in our life, a team of psychiatrists managed to convince all the world, and this is because why my person involves all the world, managed to convince all the world, first of all politicians, and we are speaking about the politicians from all over the world, from any country, but I will point out that especially democratic politicians have been convinced about what I am going to say. They convinced all them, and through them journalists, media operators, naturally internet workers of any type, and any kind of average people who could surround me for any reason. They convinced them that they had to help them in a trial on a forced guinea pig, a person who didn't give consent to any trial. I was just kidnapped. And kidnapped by a team of psychiatrists through the permission, which couldn't be given by anyone, of all the world, and I will point out all the democratic people living in the world. They said, they convinced them because they said my psychiatric case was such that had to be treated in a very different way. And turning me into a forced guinea pig shouldn't be understood as wrong, even though it was racist, anti-democratic, against human rights, oppressive, intrusive, and naturally, as any type of trial, risky. What sort of help they asked to these people? They asked them to send some messages through their suggestion to make me know their view about what was going on. And these messages were cryptic. I could not discuss or reply to them because no one was willing to say me they sent me any message. I had, and I have, only to listen to them and obey and understand that what is going on is for my own good and to protect the community, worldwide speaking, over my dangerous issue. They said I was dangerous. That was the big part of the diagnosis. Even though they admitted that my dangerousness was not clear, was not open. They admitted that I never was dangerous. At the same time, they said their science proved them that deep in my unconscious I had some bad, dangerous feelings which could burst in violent, uncontrolled behavior in a next future. From the diagnosis are past about 4 or 5 decades. Think about it. This thing is happening even though it is beyond the law, racist naturally, and I am going to explain you what sort of life I am living for at least 3 decades, because through the messages they make me know in what sort of trial I was, why I was under this type of trial, saying that I had to be rejected and despised, and I had to accept it, even though unlawful and anti-democratic and racist. My life is such a strange one, because I am apparently I am free, but I am controlled through 2 powerful tools, and this is why they can send me some messages. I am under telepathic control, the way that mind-reading people can send my thoughts to others, any of whom they want, and then, according to the psychiatrists, they can send me messages. When I hear, watch, or read this type of messages, they can intervene with another tool which is even more powerful than mind reading, and which is ultrasounds, and through ultrasounds they can change my mind in a way that my feelings are different in an artificial way, and I have much difficult to understand whether I am feeling something naturally or because they have been put on my mind artificially. But as I am experiencing such a type of manipulation for 30 years at least, I am able many times to understand that I am under manipulation from ultrasounds, and my feelings are altered. They can make me angry, confused, anxious, delusional, and they can do it at a high level. They can change my feeling about sexual attraction. They can make me feel homosexual, straight, or pedophile. And they did everything of it at a high level to confuse me and also to blackmail me. I am through many type of restriction. As I said, I am just owned by this team of psychiatrists, which you would think is absolutely unthinkable and unacceptable, but all the world is approving it. And being that I am the property of them, they can restrain my life however they want. For instance, especially in the past, but it can still happen today, they can prevent me to buy things. For instance, I could not buy a car for years, or even a scooter for years. And they can punish me if I dare to do what they don't want. And they can even put out of work the device or the vehicle I will buy. And they did everything of that throughout the years. They prevent me to have hobbies. I can't say the real reason because they do it, but you have to understand that one of the main reasons because they restrain my life in such a dark age way is because it is a punishment, and it is a punishment because I don't agree with their view and don't comply with their will, wanting my democratic right back. In a word, wanting to be the same way all others around me are, which should be a normal claim. They prevent me to have any hobby. I would like to write novels, write an autobiography, and I can't. They prevent me to do it with ultrasounds confusing my mind in a way that is absolutely humiliating and impossible to overcome. I can't write in any way. I can't even paint. They don't want. And they can prevent me to do whatever I want. They frequently can put my computer out of order, make it work too slow or not perfectly, and they can do it on whatever device I use. They do even something else. As I have said, people send me messages continually. They do it especially, but not only, through media. They advised filmmakers, actors, writers, journalists, people working in the TV and in the internet to send me some messages which much of the time are humiliating, rejecting, scolding and despising. They asked to send me these messages through their media. And then I can't watch TV the way you do, and I can't watch movies the way you do. In fact, I can watch movies or TV very, very, very little. For instance, I can't absolutely watch TV program on air. I can't watch movies because they are full of messages. And this could be haunting, obsessive, but not only that. Not only that, the main issue when I watch TV or movies, or even I read newspapers, or I listen to something, the main issue is that at the same time I see or I read a message, they confuse my mind and especially make me angry, which is something that you will easily understand if you will become angry watching something or listening to something or reading something. You won't continue to do it because it would be absolutely impossible, both because you are angry and because the person who is manipulating you through ultrasounds will increase the level of your anger. You have to stop. This way, I practically can't watch anything, and sometimes even read or even listen to anything. I will say you the way I watch TV, movie I can't. I don't watch them. In fact, I listen to them. Even though it could be risky, and in the past it was risky the same way is today watching them, but I can listen to them. I have the monitor, especially when they are news broadcast. I have the monitor in front of me, and at the same time I have my head turned aside, because I can't watch it. If I see any sign of their messages, which can be through symbols, metaphors, and images of any kind, I will be made confused, angry, and anxious and nervous in any way. And if I dare to go ahead, the level of anger and confusion will increase. In a word, I can't watch it. And this is speaking about reading, watching, and listening. But you have to understand that I can't even move. Wherever I go, I will meet people, and even through the path I am going, I will meet people who are dressed or have a stance, or if I can listen to what they are saying, they are speaking, sending me messages. It could be said the doubt of a paranoid, but this is really happening to me. Even though it is absolutely strange to be understood, to be believed, it is happening. I am always surrounded by people that know me and are sending messages to me. Messages which are rejecting, scolding, despising, judgmental, humiliating, obsessive, and whatever you name. I can't move in any way. Wherever I go, I find the same type of people with the same messages. And if I go abroad, I can't escape these people. I would find the same people dressed in that way and speaking in that way and sending the same messages wherever I go in the planet. So, what do you think about such type of experience, which is unthinkable, and no one admits it is really happening? What do you think about a justification of it? Can it be a justification for that? Can it be a type of psychiatric therapy? You have to know. They say I am dangerous and I have to be treated, even though they also admit they can't charge me with any wrongdoing. They can't take me before any judge because they haven't any proof of it. I'm thinking about it, but because I am dangerous and I am mentally ill, they say I have to be treated in a different way from a sound one. Think about this type of absolutely unthinkable, unwise, and unacceptable difference. Because I am due to be dangerous, even though they can't charge me with anything, I have to be treated in a very racist way and put at the side of my community and political system, withdrawing my democratic rights. But think about the same person which is dangerous because he has done a crime, a bigger one. You can't withdraw from him his democratic rights. You can't treat him in a racist way. You can't turn him into a human guinea pig. He can be put in jail, but he has the right to write whatever he wants. And I can even say more about the restriction I have to endure. A person in jail can think about sex, and sometimes they can even have sex. I can't have sex in any way. I can't have a girlfriend. I can't masturbate. I can't even think about sex. When I dare to do it, they punish me heavily immediately. Think about it, and I would like to know from you if you have a justification for such a type of behavior on behalf of a psychiatrist. And think that a psychiatrist is behaving that way. Do you have any justification for it? Do you have a justification for a person which is owned as a guinea pig by a team of psychiatrists, even though he is living in a democratic country? I am out of my community completely. And what is more astonishing is that that community knows it very well and approves it and persecute me. What is happening? I would like to know what is happening. In another video, I explained that, in my opinion, a revolution is happening, and an anti-democratic one. A secret one. No one is willing to speak about it, because you have to think that a vast number of people helping this person, if not all, are always speaking that they have to defend our democratic political system. They have to defend people who are abused, who are treated in a racist way. At the same time, they approve this type of treatment and they help this type of psychiatrist to do it. I can't in any way make sense of it. What is happening? I would like to read your comments below the video. and know your opinion. And naturally, I would like most to see you joining me in this fight to regain my democratic right. I will underscore that what I am asking you is just to have the same right you have, not more. Thank you for watching. See you next time.